Breaking news with Based and Bougie, guys. I've missed saying that so much. Like, I'm so sorry I've been MIA. I would love to sit here and say I won't go MIA again, but one thing about me, I do not like to sit still. I'm always working on something. So if you guys ever see me go ghost again, just know something really big is coming. I've been telling you guys I've been working on a project. I'm so sorry I keep prolonging the project, but you know when you make a plan, God laughs. That's literally it. You think to your head, okay, this is going to come out at this time, this is going to be released at this time, but then you have delays, you have communication delays, you have just things just kind of come to a halt. But it's coming very, very soon. Here's a sneak peek. I can't wait. But breaking news. So Kier Starmer, two-tier Kier, slippery Starmer, has decided to embarrass the United Kingdom once again. So this guy decided to make a speech this morning, well, 23 hours ago, basically saying that he wants to send UK troops to fight in Ukraine. Before I begin, guys, if you guys want cute jewelry to brighten up your day, because this is the worst news I've heard all year, you can shop to BG. But let's begin.
For convening us this evening. At stake is not just the future of Ukraine, it is an existential question for Europe as a whole, and therefore vital for Britain's national interest. This is a once-in-a-generation moment for the collective.
Why is Ukraine vital for the UK's national interest, but not the illegal invaders and criminals entering our borders like it's nothing? Why is that not a threat? I try so hard to not be biased. I try to give this man a chance, but every time I hear him speak, he always says something that just disappoints me.
For the collective security of our continent. Only a lasting peace in Ukraine that safeguards its sovereignty will deter Putin from further aggression in the future. Now, recent statements by the US administration should not come as a surprise. President Trump has long expressed the wish for Europe to step up and meet the demands of its own security, that he wants to get a lasting peace agreement to end the war in Ukraine. So today's informal meeting of European leaders was a vital first step in responding to that challenge. On defense,
I actually looked into what happened with Ukraine and Russia, and basically the West antagonized Putin. It's as simple as that. The Putin told the West, you see this line, you guys cannot cross it. I don't want you guys coming anywhere near me. And they kept pushing themselves closer and closer and closer, their military force closer and closer and closer, until they were literally at the border of Russia/Ukraine. That's when Russia decided to fight back. Why? Because Russia will prioritize its country first.
So in 2008, the doors of NATO were open for Ukraine. In 2014, there was a coup. They started persecuting those who did not accept the coup, and it was indeed a coup. They created a threat to Crimea, which we had to take under our protection. They launched a war in Donbass in 2014 with the use of aircraft and artillery against civilians. This is when it all started. There's a video of aircraft attacking Donetsk from above. They launched a large-scale military operation, then another one. When they failed, they started to prepare the next one. All this against the background of military development of this territory and opening of NATO's doors. How could we not express concern over what was happening? From our side, this would have been a culpable negligence. It's just that the US political leadership pushed us to the line we could not cross, because doing...
So I hate that the media likes to paint it, make it seem like Putin just decided to just start drama. No, the West were antagonizing him. And although I'm a supporter of the West, I'm also a supporter of a leader who stands on business and protects his country first, the same way Kier Starmer is failing to do. Let's continue.
On defence, it's clear the US is not going to leave NATO. But we Europeans will have to do more. The issue of burden sharing is not new, but it is now pressing. And Europeans will have to step up, both in terms of spending.
Guys, so basically, I just realized Twitter was literally laughing at Kier Starmer because he was reading from a paper. So I just realized they put the breaking news just above where the paper is. So we wouldn't clock that he's reading from a paper, but we can literally hear the ruffling of the paper. And this is our leader. Our leader cannot just do a speech on his own like that. He has to read from a paper.
And the capabilities that we provide. On Ukraine, we're at the very early stage of the process. Europe must play its role. And I'm prepared to consider committing British forces on the ground alongside others if there is a lasting peace agreement. But there must be a US backstop, because a US security guarantee is the only way to effectively deter Russia from attacking Ukraine again.
Okay, we're just going to stop the speech right there because he's just waffling. But I truly don't know what's more embarrassing, the fact that he has to read from a paper or the fact that he speaks in full stops. I don't know if you guys have realized this, but Kier Starmer literally speaks in full stops. He will go, Russia needs to stop and when we... Sorry guys, I just noticed that. Oh, I miss YouTube. But anyways, why are we sending people to go fight? Why do we keep prioritizing other countries and we're prioritizing our own country? Like, at this point, I want to cry. I literally want to cry. It stresses me out that badly that we keep prioritizing everything else except the United Kingdom. It's annoying. You know when they say if you don't laugh, you will cry? At this point, let's just all start crying for them to take our pain seriously, because it's painful. It's painful to see our leaders, okay, he's supposed to be leading this country, leading every other country, prioritizing every other country except the actual people. He wants to potentially send UK males, British males, to go fight a war in Ukraine. We are at war here in the UK. The UK is at war. We are currently experiencing a very slow but very progressive war. We are at war. We are at war with liberalism. We are at war with atheism. We are at war with Satanism. We are at war with Islamism. We are at war. But the war we continue to give attention to, invest in, and all our taxpayers' money is going to, is a war that has nothing to do with us. I don't understand. We're always involving ourselves in other people's business. And when it comes to just fixing the roads, creating more houses, stopping mass migration, I may never be able to buy a house here in the UK in my lifetime because we keep importing people in the millions, knowing our infrastructure is not big enough. Okay, and yet we are investing billions actually in a country that's not our country. I'm so tired. And what's so insane is that if you look at other countries who are progressing, they prioritize their own country. China is always going to prioritize China. Russia is always going to prioritize Russia. The UAE, they are always going to prioritize the UAE. But the UK, I don't know why we think we are some kind of charity case. Let Ukraine and Russia sort out their own issues. Let's fix our issues here at home. It's like a parent going out of their way to fix a fire at somebody else's house whilst there's a fire in their own house. It makes absolutely no sense. And another thing, Kier Starmer, why don't you send the fighting aged men that you've imported into this country illegally? Because no one talks about that. No one talks about the fact that a lot of the immigrants that are being imported here, they're all fighting age, basically. They're all like 16 to 25 years old. Why don't you go and send them? In fact, he should do that. He should actually go and send them. And then we will know if these people came to this country because they actually love this country or if they were here for the benefits. Because I can bet you any money, I can bet anyone £1 million right now, if we decided that we are going to go to war with Ukraine, all these immigrants that have come here free of charge illegally, they're not going to go fight. They're not going to go fight. We see the videos every day on Twitter of them saying Sharia for UK. We hate Jesus. We hate Britain. F Britain. F white people. You know, they do not love this country. Do not love their values. So that would be the best way to test if these people are actually here because they love this country and they want to integrate into this country, or whether they're just here for the benefits. So Kier Starmer, send the fighting age men that you have illegally imported into this country and get them to fight the war. In fact, actually, no. Kier Starmer, get your fighting aged son to go fight the war, because this is what these elitists love to do. They love to send the middle class to lower class people to go fight their wars whilst they just sit there. Send your son, since you're so passionate about Ukraine. Okay, once Kier Starmer sends his son, then we will go. Let's do that. But guys, I'm just getting so tired. I try so hard to not be biased. I always like to look at both sides of the playing field. But Kier Starmer, I can't come up with one positive thing that has come out of him being the prime minister. Nothing. Okay, everything that he's done has just been a show. Whether it is just arresting people for Facebook posts. Sorry guys, the police. Don't worry, I live in a safe area. Whether it's investing billions in Ukraine, whether it's parading with the LGBT community, it's the Labour Party has literally just become a show. This is why more and more people are straying more towards reform, straying more towards UKIP, sorry, because these parties are actually making sense. These parties are actually focusing on our home, focusing on mass migration, focusing on housing, focusing on tax, focusing on farmers. Anyways, guys, if you guys want more videos like this, like and comment, and don't forget to shop TPG. Bye, guys.